Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
And we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business. Also, just make some awesome friends.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We seem to have all our connections up to par, and a welcome to those of you airing on the Grilled Sports, watching on the Grilled Sportscast Network, as well as the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, and a welcome to those of you listening in Baltimore on WLEO, and a welcome to those of you in the capital city listening via WJKSDB. What the hell is one voter thinking?
Oh no.
I am mad.
Ladies.
I am mad. And this is one of the few times the Southern twang will come out of me.
You know what this sounds like to me?
Yeah.
Someone's got a take on his hands.
You're darn tootin'.
Answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, grab your popcorn, grab yourself a drink. This is going to get good.
And so I'm going to end up on the hot seat.
Thank you. This is a combo.
Good thing we refilled the propane. I tell you what.
All right, so man, you got one order. Cook.
I want to know who the voter is that did not vote for Caitlin Clark to be Rookie of the Year. Because my sources tell me she was one vote shy of a unanimous vote. Asia Wilson was the unanimous most valuable player. That's obvious. That's no problem. And Asia Wilson was the best player all year long. Caitlin Clark was the best rookie all year long. No.
What in the all types of blue hell
was the person who voted against Caitlin Clark thinking? Did you not watch any games? Did you not watch Caitlin Clark do what she did, not only at Iowa, stand by droid, not only at Iowa, but with the Indiana Fever? Do you realize the record numbers, attendance and stream-wise and viewership-wise, that she brought to the WNBA? Oh, I'm sorry for those of you who thought Angel Reese was going to be the Rookie of the Year. Angel Reese's game is a bowl of mid right now, to borrow from Droid. Angel Reese's game is a bowl of mid because her footwork leaves a lot to be desired. She doesn't have a jump shot. If she had a mid-range game, she'd be fine, but she doesn't want to work on one. Caitlin Clark, however, wants to work on her game constantly. How about that?
I think I might have an answer for you.
No. Down. This one's mine. You know, one of my dearest friends posed a question to not only me, but my wife, who is a longtime resident and native of the state of Indiana. When he posed the question, who's the better shooter, Caitlin Clark or Reggie Miller? My wife's response was, ooh, which was mine as well. Obviously, there is someone in this universe who does not like jump shots. There is someone in this universe that doesn't like the pick and roll. There is someone in this universe that doesn't like the game of basketball, i.e., like bronsexuals, I know, unfortunately. If you thought that by not making this a unanimous vote for Caitlin Clark for Rookie of the Year, that you were actually going to distract people from who was the Rookie of the Year, I got a memo for you, and it goes like this.
So I realized that I think, even though it's not advertised,
Right.
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
It's a theory that is now brought into practice, and we've said it all season long. The one reason Caitlin Clark didn't get the unanimous Rookie of the Year, it's a 4-letter word with R in the front, E in the back, and AC in the middle. You stupid idiot.
It's
We're
also
not talking about NASCAR.
No.
It's also a situation of, and we've seen this too many times to not point this out, Snowman, that there are camps when it comes to these type of awards being given out. There are different camps. Some people are more loyal to a particular player, and so therefore they will stay within those camps. So it could have been anybody else that could have said, well, I think Angel Reese should have had the Rookie of the Year. The thing is, her injury stifled her growth.
Yes.
Whatever growth she had that she was working towards got stifled when she got injured.
Yeah.
That was just going to happen. Caitlin, however, has been showing her growth, stayed healthy, and has brought the WNBA to such a level of promise that you can't help but just admire how well she and many other of the rookies have done so far.
Like Vic,
Played all 40 games.
Yeah.
I really wanted to believe with, Angel Reese's production.
Mhm.
But there's been none of it because of A, injuries, and B, she refuses to put in the work.
Say that last part again. Say that last part again.
I'm going to say it slowly for you.
Please do.
Angel Reese refuses to put in the work.
And it's something that Snowman and I, as black men, have seen a lot. And that is the detractors. Individuals will say, you don't need to work as hard because you're not going to get anywhere because of your race.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you been told, Snowman, that you a black man, you're not going to get anything. The man going to keep you down, so you don't have to. So don't try hard.
Dear God.
I've been told that myself so many times.
It's
I bet it's annoying. I bet you it's annoying.
It's maddening.
It's beyond.
It's maddening.
Annoying.
But
it's beyond annoying.
I can guarantee you that somewhere at some point in time, Angel Reese had people in her head or people in her ear telling her they're not going to choose you. They're going to choose the white girl over you.
And she believed it.
She believed it.
Instead of working on her game, she chose the ear of the people that were getting her. She chose
the people that get in her ear. Yeah.
The people that got in her ear. Thank you, Victor. She chose the people that got in her ear.
I mean, let's not discount the stats Caitlin put up. 19.2, 5.7, and 8.4 per game.
I mean, but you also look at the networks, though. Like, I guess you got to talk about it.
The ratings that Caitlin got, and I put this up a while ago. The last game that the Indiana Fever had was somewhere in the ballpark of like 1.9 million viewers.
Yes.
After their elimination, it fell to under 1 million watchers.
Crashed.
It literally cliff dove.
That tells you how much Caitlin Clark is not only influencing the future of the WNBA, but how much she is the future of the WNBA.
Absolutely. I mean, we've said this since her last game at Iowa.
And
which was the national championship game.
Here's some I hope that doesn't happen, but I can see it becoming a possible reality.
And that is
with what Caitlin had went through this whole year. I would be surprised if she decides to do maybe 1 or 2 more years and then be done with it and go back to college, go back to just coaching college. Reason why I say that is because the amount of abuse that she took this entire season. Look,
was hard. Stop there. not only the amount of abuse that she took, but no word from Kathy Engelbert either.
Yeah. I mean, WNBA knows how good Caitlin Clark is for it right now because she's one of those generational players.
Yep.
The NBA has had a few of them come along since we've started watching.
Right.
Boy, and the NBA protected said players.
Yes.
Exactly.
Why is
there you go. Exactly what Snowman said. Repeat that.
The NBA has had a lot of generational talented players come into their league, and I will use myself as an example since I started watching basketball in 1980. Okay. And they have protected said players. Kathy Engelbert, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for the abuse that Caitlin Clark took, continues to take on and off the floor, and your ass is nowhere to be found.
And I'm going to call out somebody as well, because I've had issues with her for a while now. Miss Molly Karam. I don't know what your issue is, but you have to be blind, deaf, and stupid to not see the impact that Caitlin Clark has had on the WNBA. To sit there and say that the only reason why she's getting the attention she is now is because of marketing is an insult. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Which is why Molly Karam is minus a job.
Especially,
stupid fool.
Especially after the fact that you were supposed to be the one supposed to champion all women. You're supposed to be, showing that, hey, I'm here for all women. Apparently not, because you were the most critical of Caitlin Clark and what she's done and tried to hype up everybody else. I'm not saying that you have to denigrate everybody else to hype up Caitlin, but why do you feel the need to denigrate Caitlin's accomplishments to hype up everybody else? That makes no sense.
No, it don't.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
And again, Kathy Engelbert, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Now, to Molly Karam and Kathy Engelbert, get the hell out of my face.
And that was a crusade.
And to the fool that voted against Caitlin Clark, you're gone too.
Well, that was the crew's take. Now, what is yours?
Coming up, bye-bye Milwaukee again. Dear Milwaukee Brewers, thank you for beating the Cubs, and thank you for becoming a sacrificial lamb again. We'll talk baseball
tokens today.
This.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony, or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Whether it's
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Did you see that city in the background? That's home. And that's where Snowman in the Morning will be come October 22nd and 23rd. We will be live in downtown Chicago for those 2 days. And my wife has given me a direct order. No hockey for those 2 days. She'll allow me to do the show, but I can't do any hockey. But Snowman in the Morning will be in Chicago live October 22nd and 23rd, 2024, going from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Daylight Time.
You know we had some history made in Milwaukee last night.
Yeah, the Brewers got blown up again.
Not just that, but the way they've got blown up was the first time in playoff history in a winner-take-all game. And that way was the Pete Alonso three-run jack. The first time.
Okay, Droid, this is your job. Find Howie Rose's call or the radio call of that from the Mets and get it to me.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I actually had I actually finally got the Royals final out call, and it's like I thought it would be a lot more exciting, but it's like so mediocre. He's just like the Royals win it, and we'll move on to play the Yankees.
Well, Danny Matthews was on the call, man. How long has Danny Matthews been the voice of the Royals?
Years.
I rest my case.
But who am I looking up?
I believe it's Howie Rose, who is the voice of the Mets. Oh, and thank you for Doug Plagins.
You know,
I will use that one often.
Yeah. You know, our college correspondent Chris
I already found it.
has been dancing the entire day, right?
It literally took me 5 minutes, but it's on Twitter.
Get it to me,
Snowman.
I'm doing it.
Yes,
I'm doing.
You know that our college correspondent Christie's has probably been dancing all night last night, right?
Oh, you think?
Our boy Jason has probably been dancing all week.
Dancing, drinking, dancing some more.
Right.
Drinking a little bit more, dancing.
Okay. I gotta share this story again since we're into playoff baseball. The year was 2016, and I was living in LaPorte, Indiana at the time. Why am I sharing this? Because it's funnier and all get out. It's inside of playoff baseball, and I was surrounded by Cub fans.
Oh, dear.
This needs a Cub fandom thing.
So you need me to find Howie Rose's call for the homer, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sent you.
Okay, thank you. This fateful date was November 2nd, 2016. A week prior, I got to set this up properly. A week prior, I was prepared to congratulate the Cleveland Indians on the air when they grabbed a 3-1 lead in the World Series. Now, why am I thinking now why am I bringing this up? Because I hate the Indians and I especially hate the Cubs. So I didn't give 2/5 of a damn about this World Series. Apparently, my neighbors did. Well, November 2nd shows up. It's Game 7. I got like 10 different invites to watch the game with people, and I told them all, hell to the no. I'm not doing it. You can't make me come out the house. I will never come out the house, especially when it concerns the Cubs.
You had your inner Bishop Bullwinkle going.
I sure did. To the point where I had a friend do me a solid and order me about $40 worth of pizza.
Nice.
I went and picked it up. I picked up my 2 liters. I stuffed my refrigerator, locked the door, and didn't move. Now, the only thing I had available to me at the time was the radio. And one of my favorite play-by-play announcers is Pat Hughes, longtime voice of the Cubs. I had Pat Hughes on one radio. I had Tom Hamilton, who is the fabulous voice of the Cleveland Indians, a.k.a. Guardians, on another radio. 9 innings of mid.
Sounds about right between those two.
Save Rajay Davis's home run.
Which,
off
by the
of
way,
Aroldis bleeping Chapman.
Which, by the way, a lot of people don't realize actually hit the Fox Sports camera.
Yep. Zoomed right by one camera and blasted another.
Bounced right off the lens.
Mm-hmm. Then the 10th inning happened. Then there was a delay. And during the delay, I said, can we cancel this, please? I don't want either team to win. Y'all can do me a solid. You can do this White Sox fan a solid and let neither team win. Y'all can do that. Nope. There must be a winner.
It is Game 7 after all.
Yeah.
You know, if that same World Series happened today, Snowman would have said, "Can we just give both teams an MLB done?"
I was thinking that on November 2nd, 2016. Can we just give both teams a big fat? And unfortunately, my answer came back immediately. No. And I said, off. Well, the 10th inning happened. Jason Hayward happened. 8-6 Cubs in the 10th. Cleveland gets a run back, 8-7. Now, mind you, I hate the Cleveland Indians because they're a division rival. And I was prepared to say congratulations, Cleveland Indians, because I felt they were going to come all the way back and win it and extend the Cubs' misery. Then the last out happened.
And the crazy thing is, Chris Bryant slipped making that throw.
Yep. Then the last out happened. And all I can think of was, get me out of here! I'm like, off.
Yep.
For 4 hours.
I feel like the one gif of Homer backing into the bush.
Yeah, that's about how I felt that night. While I was chowing on pizza and drinking beer and drinking Pepsi and more beer and more pizza.
What?
I could just think, hell no. And then, had I known this song back then, this song would have been pointed directly at me.
Use a troll. Use a troll. Use a troll. I said that use a
troll.
The legendary Cole Johnson. Don't. See, you were in La Porte when that happened. I was actually in the city when that happened.
I'm sorry. You know what?
Every one of those goes is brought to you by BetUS.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. There was fireworks. There were gunshots. There were more fireworks. There was a gathering across the street.
Oh boy.
people dancing in the freaking street. And all I can think of was,
what in the all types of blue hell
are y'all doing?
It was the longest night of my life.
Also, I was like, I hate it here. I hate it here.
Yep.
He more than just hates it. He despises it.
Oh, yes.
As I said, it was the longest night of my life. I never, ever want to go through that
again. Chances are you probably won't, because the Cubs suck again.
Pretty much.
All I could think of when the celebration was going on was,
bitch, are you for real?
good grief. We got a break. Thank God. It's halftime. It's a shortened halftime. And I'll never live that story down because of all the Cub fans I was surrounded by.
Yep.
And let's not forget on a high
You know,
note,
and I can liken this to when Victor and I worked at Ho Chunk.
Mm-hmm.
And every freaking weekend.
Cub fans everywhere.
All over the place.
I started looking like, do y'all not have a compass? You guys are so far south. Why are there Cub fans here?
Right?
Shouldn't y'all be on the north side?
There was one Sunday, Victor and I were literally surrounded by Cub fans.
Surrounded.
I mean it. We were surrounded. I need more coffee.
We've hit halftime, ladies and gentlemen, and coming up a little bit later on, our picks, including a very special guest picker.
Mm-hmm.
Need something. Because after reliving that memory on November 2nd,
a mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Williams stood at 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, W-I-Z-E.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete! 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 Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We have a special guest picker coming on in about 6 minutes from now.
Yep.
As we have reached the top of hour 2.
Mm-hmm.
What are you trying to show me?
His new graphic work.
I'll have Shaner send you it because he's on his PC.
I'll send it during the break. He's got some graphic work he did for the bowl of mixed soup that's going to lead off Sunday morning.
And we're not going to be up for that.
What's sad is I probably will be up for it.
Also, I got to send some special little shout outs, of course, to
Ryan
my brother
McCall.
from another mother, Mr. Sick Diggy, and the international Irish Italiano super villain Espresso McCoffee.
Who sends us a reminder, don't forget, NHL hockey starts today. And Total Football Talk Extra today at 5 p.m. Will you put that down?
There you go. That's There's a more preview.
Put that down.
You know,
that's the work he did.
Talk some hockey.
I don't know if I want to talk about the Devils and Sabres.
Me neither. I don't blame.
Those are early games, man. Like, it's today. Okay, fine.
Listen.
Here you go. Today at 12 p.m. is the start of the NHL season. It's overseas. 12 p.m. Devils, Sabres, and then tomorrow it's Devils, Sabres again, but at 9 in the morning.
I'm gonna check to see if I can get that on Hulu because I actually do want to watch that game.
I don't.
I won't be at that game. I will be at that game. I will be watching the game, especially on Saturday, because I got a funeral to go to, man.
I gotta show love to
there's a correction.
I'm sorry. I live in Central Time, okay?
Right.
So 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern today. Thanks for the correction, McCoffee.
Okay, now that the hockey talk is done, we've got a few.
Before you do that, let's debut our call of the day presented by Cricket Wireless, the official wireless carrier of Snowman Multimedia. We go back to Milwaukee last night.
Williams sets. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right field. Pretty well hit. Frelick back at the wall. He jumps. It's gone. He did it. He did it. Pete Alonso with the most memorable home run of his career. Pumps his fist as he rounds second. It's a 3-run homer. He's given the Mets a 3-2 lead. They all pour out of the dugout. Alonso on his way to home plate. They're waiting for him. He hits the plate. He is first congratulated by Nimmo, hugged by Lindor. There are a dozen Mets waiting for him outside the dugout. Pete Alonso keeps this fairy tale season going with the fairy tale swing of his career. 3-2 New York. This ball.
The incomparable and legendary Howie Rose on the call. Thank you, Droid, for the quick research.
Now,
Very much appreciated.
What's crazy is Devin Williams has only given up 3 runs in the first 22 and 2/3 innings he appeared in. He gave up 4 in 2/3 of an inning last night.
Yep.
Zoinks. All right, that's our call of the day presented by Cricket. Now, there's some NFL trade rumors going rampant, Droid. That's all yours.
We've heard 3 things so far, all of them involving wide receivers.
Oh, dear.
Shader sent me the first one, which is Devontae Adams, rumored to be traded. Jets are on the top of his docket. Along with who else?
Why?
The Saints. Mainly
The
because he knows of the fact of who plays there and wants to be reunited.
Yep.
Again,
it's
why?
the AR
And
Devontae Adams show.
And also, who wouldn't want to get away from the Raiders? I mean, it's where careers go to die.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
I thought that was Cleveland.
It's both.
Nowadays, it is
both.
Cleveland. It's both, though.
It's both.
It's both of them.
Now, there's also 2 other receivers that have been put on the market, it seems like. Amari
Cooper and Tyreek Hill. And you know where they both want to end up?
Kansas City.
Greed.
Yep.
What you mean?
Ron Seckle, shut up.
What they say?
Shane, I'm going to punch you in the throat.
Shane,
why? Because he posed a question to me. And that question reads as follows. What's worse, Bronzexuals or cubdom?
Oh.
Considering the fact that I lived in the state of Ohio for a time and I called Chicago home for many years,
it's a tie.
It's a tie.
It's a scoreless tie.
We actually had this question multiple times because I asked you what was worse: cubdom, bronzexuals, or the moronic Republic of Cowboys Nation. And we
three-way tie.
Yeah, we came to conclude there's a three-way tie.
Three-way tie.
It's a three-way tie in the basement. Let's get it right.
Yeah, it's a three-way tie in the basement. I lived in Dayton, Ohio, or outside of Dayton, Ohio, for a little over a year. Oh, dear
God.
He's getting flashbacks as we speak.
Yes, I am. I lived in Sandy Springs, Ohio. Yellow Springs, Ohio. I beg your pardon. I lived in Yellow Springs, Ohio for a little less than a year, and I never want to do it again because the bronzexuals
that were there.
Oh my God.
I think it's about time.
Right?
I was about to say, I think it's about time we change the subject.
Let me finish this. I went the night I left Date, the night I got the hell out of Dodge. The night I got the hell out of Dodge. And I'm told our guest picker is here. Where is he?
He said he signed in and everything else. He DM'd me on Twitter. He should be here kicking around.
I don't see him.
Give him a moment.
The right link.
I just watched.
Does get lost from time to time.
Yeah, I just watched that Pete Alonso home run. Dramatic.
Yeah, it was.
Game 3, 2018 NBA Finals. I had the biggest smile on my face.
And you have a big smile on your face right now.
Because I was sitting. Yeah, I was cheesing that night because he was logged in and all that. Don't see him. If he was here, he'd populate right here. We'll get it coordinated, folks. I was sitting at B-Dubs actually, in yellow, in right outside it, right in Dayton, Ohio, right outside Dayton, Ohio. Before I got the last bus to take me downtown, so I can get on another bus and get the hell out of Dodge.
Get home.
And get home. Yeah, they didn't like me when I left. Especially after Kevin Durant hit that big 3. All right, our guest picker is here.
Sweet.
And I'll let Shane do the honors.
As somebody I've known for a good little while, Droid the same way. He's a health and fitness advocate, a self-proclaimed tattoo collector, and he's also a very popular guy on Twitch, streaming everything from Fortnite to NBA 2K to even a little WWE 2K24. He's a huge basketball fan, but he decided to take a risk and call a little NFL with us. And don't feel bad. We've all had bad luck making picks, so this is right up our alley. Ladies and gentlemen, our dog Ben DeViller is here.
How are you, man? How are y'all?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a while since I've seen you.
You know what? I'm excited for this guest picker. I am so excited to have you, man. We're so excited to have you.
I'm happy to be here, man. And my camera's set up over here, but I'm looking here, but I see you guys. So I'm not looking away.
Listen,
I got
you don't want to see Ben. You don't want to see my office.
Yeah.
Because I got one monitor. I got my main monitor in front of me, and then I got my graphics monitor over here to my left.
Right.
Which is more than likely the monitor I use when I read all my stats when I do my virtual play-by-play call. So trust me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my wife wants to get me a third monitor.
Hey, why not? I just picked up a third too.
I'm actually going to get 4. The only thing is, I don't have the surface area for it yet.
Yeah,
because there's a little thing called a cabinet over here on my left where I kind of throw. It's a cabinet over here on my left where I kind of throw stuff.
That just sounds like my entire desk right now. Oh, I don't know where to put it. Here.
I don't know where to put it, so I just throw it in there.
Pretty much.
100%.
Well, Ben, we are thrilled to have you with
Happy
us.
to be here, man.
Man, we are so thrilled to have you with us. Tell everybody where they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, this world, you're gonna find me on Twitch, mostly Sauce DeVille. I do the YouTube thing. I've been dabbling into the YouTube world a little bit more. Mostly NBA 2K is what I play, so that's kind of the community that I've based myself around.
Nice. Very nice. Well, NFL is the name of the game today, and I sat up all night or most of the night and intended to make the graphics for this morning. After what I saw in Atlanta, my brain shut down and said, "The hell with it." My wife came in here and said, "Come to bed. You're not going to get anything done. You're not going to do any graphics. Come to bed
now."
And I got my ass up and I went to bed.
That's fair. That sounds like a hard thing to do.
It's
Go ahead, Droid.
For those who are watching who don't know how me and Shane know Ben, all three of us used to be on the same esports team.
Nice.
Matter of fact, it was originally my field to bring Ben in, and then Droid just backed me up on it.
And speaking of esports, the arcade will debut next week. I've put it off a couple of weeks.
All right.
Had to make sure, get graphics done, get intros done, and all that stuff. But yeah, that'll come your way. That'll come your way next week as we solidify everything during season 11. All right, you got your list ready, Shane?
Right here, ready to lock and load.
All right, Shane.
And let's do this thing.
All right.
Let's go ahead and do this thing right now with a little classic ESPN Sunday Night Football theme playing. Let's do it. Shane, it's all yours.
Of course, the predictions here are brought to you by BetUS, where the games begin. Sunday morning, we kick the party off with the Jets and Vikings. 9:30 a.m. out in London. The Jets are behind on this one, 2.5 points. The over-under is set on 40. Snowman, are we going to be up early enough to give a damn about this one?
Vic.
Sorry.
Snowman, wake up. Exactly my point. Are we going to be up early enough for this?
You are. No. No. And no.
And besides, it's Jets and Vikings.
It's the Jets and it's the Vikings. And I'll ask a question I often ask on here, and I think Sauce DeVille will get a kick out of this. And we just give both teams one of these.
However, do you want Ryan McCarthy?
I love
his
that.
villainy.
All right, if I gotta pick one, Sam Darnold, you better not. You better not steer me wrong with this. I'm going with Vikings.
Former team.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I know.
He's mad. I'll say that. I'll definitely say Sam Darnold is mad, and he's out to get the Jets.
He's mad.
I think Sam Darnold will rip the Jets apart. I'm going with the Vikings.
Right.
Also,
there's definitely a lot with this game. I love Aaron Rodgers from when he was in Green Bay. That pretty much sums it up. Breece Hall is amazing. Sadly, the Jets are missing a key part of their defensive line, so I cannot pick the Jets in terms of that. I have to pick Sam Darnold. Aaron Jones, the team that consists of Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, and good old Byron Murphy Jr. People forget that he's on the Vikings.
Vic?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. McCarthy, but with everything going on, and of course with a bit of an with a small little injury scare from Aaron Rodgers, and Sam Darnold is just hot right now. The Vikings themselves are hot right now, which is something I wouldn't have said earlier in the year.
Me neither.
So I gotta go with the hot hand. I'm going with the Vikings.
Ben, floor is yours.
Well, interestingly enough, I know nothing about the situation, but in my head, I was ready. I'm trying to make picks in my head before and then see what everybody says. And I said the Vikings based on nothing, but that is a 6:30 a.m. game here, and now I will definitely not be around for that.
Trust me, none of us will be.
Yeah, it is. I mean, to be fair, it's about 6:30 right now. So if I have a reason to get up, like y'all, then I will. But that is not a reason for me to get up. But I'm
Me
hoping
neither.
Fair enough.
the Vikings will
The
get it done.
only reason Ben would even get up for something like that is if he can stream it.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
And I wouldn't even take the chance to stream that. I had to do an early game last year because it involved my wife's team, the Colts. That's the only reason I got up out of bed, came in here, and fired this system up because the Colts were playing in Germany, as a matter of fact, against the New England Patriots. And, well, I got a back rub before I went on there, so I'm good. We all got the Vikings.
I'll make it a unanimous sweep. Sam Darnold's too hot, and Aaron Rodgers is dealing with that ankle issue. I'm taking a clean sweep. We're going to make it a sweep on the Vikings. Your 1 o'clock games will start off with Baltimore, a 2.5 favorite over Cincinnati. The over-under is set at 49. Snowman, talk to me.
Derrick Henry gets 2 bills. Baltimore overwhelms Cincinnati.
Good.
Who?
Baltimore, Cincinnati. Baltimore, 2.5 favorite.
Yes.
Wow.
But to be honest, like I think this is where Cincinnati finally bounces back. They've taken some big losses, but Baltimore's not playing to their best ability. So I'm actually going to take Cincinnati here. Joe Burrow needs to win this game if he wants to keep himself in Cincinnati.
Vic.
Well, this is actually one of the games I'm going to be watching for the Snowman Morning Sports Machine.
That he is.
So, and honestly, I'm looking at the way Snowman's looking at it. I do not see the Bengals defense handling Derrick Henry. And if Lamar Jackson could get his act together, you might have a two-man shelling of the Bengals. So I'm going to go Ravens.
Ben?
So, here, okay. I feel this is good. So, I have I do a little WWE Universe mode.
Yeah.
And
I've seen it
from time to time. It's a good time. Somebody in the chat made the character Joe Burrow, and that guy he's just so annoying to deal with. So I'm gonna go against him. So whatever team the other one is, was the Ravens.
Baltimore.
Because
that's Lamar Jackson in the ring.
Like
oh my gosh,
that's amazing.
I'm a secondhand hater of Joe Burrow.
I feel it. I feel it.
I got it. I'm taking Baltimore in this one. Henry ends up being one of the few rushers to go for 4 touchdowns and 150 in 4 straight games. Give me Baltimore all day long in this one.
So I'm going solo.
Yeah,
you should be used to that by now.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm used to it.
Joey should be used to it by now.
You know what the scary part is?
I'm used to it, and I'm used to being right.
I was gonna say, usually whenever he goes solo, he wins it.
Yes. Yes.
Next up on the docket, we got Cleveland traveling to Washington, who's favored by 3.5. The over-under is set at 43.5. Snowman, holla at me.
Hail to the Redskins. Washington in a whitewash. Deshaun Watson is through. Finish. Finito. Done.
Good.
We all saw last week. We all saw the week before that.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is outstanding. Brian Robinson Jr. is one of the best running backs able to fake the run. Y'all saw that play action pass, right? Y'all saw the read option they did for the touchdown against Cincinnati. So I have to go with Washington here.
Vic?
Quick question. Who's the quarterback for the Browns?
Deshaun Watson.
Who's the quarterback for the Redskins?
Jaden Daniels.
You have your answer. Give me Washington all day long.
Ben, who you got in this one?
All right, here it looks like maybe I'm going solo right now because I don't know what I'm looking at on the list, but the Washington logo is the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life.
You're correct. You're not wrong. This is a big old W.
I cannot handle
Because that's all they've been taking is a
I can't
W.
handle the lack of creativity. I cannot do it.
Trust me, if you should have saw the last one they had. It was really great.
You should have. Yeah.
Well, that one got all. Wow.
Listen,
we know why that got switched up.
This is why I led with "Hail to the Redskins." All right.
Taking the Browns.
Sean Watson.
Yeah, that contract's too inflated for Deshaun, and so is his ego. Washington cuts him down a peg. I got them in a whitewash.
I'm going to say it's a close game.
Next up on the docket is a big old bowl of mid soup for everybody. It's Carolina. It's Chicago. Chicago's favored by 4 with the over-under set at 41.5. Droid, wake up. We're going to need you in a minute.
Huh?
No, man, wake up. I need you now. No, man.
Are playing that time.
Ryan.
What?
There we go. You use the Colts to wake him
You
up.
fell asleep again.
What happened? What did I miss?
Carolina and Chicago.
Who?
Oh, you didn't miss much.
Chicago's favored by 4 over Carolina.
What?
What is this? Stone Cold territory now? What?
Yes. What?
What?
What? Okay. I would invoke Lewis Black here, but I'm not going to, because Lewis Black in the sentence I want to use says a bad word. And I already have a rule against that while we're on the air.
Yep.
Fair.
Let me put it this way. This is below mid soup. This is below mid soup. If mid soup had a level, this would be below it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want anarchy.
Okay, so realistically, the pick's going to be what? A scoreless tie?
Oh, not again.
Both teams get minuses in this game.
What?
I know this is mathematically impossible.
Both teams are paid to leave the field.
Both teams are paid to walk off the field and take a forfeit. Both teams take a forfeit.
Oh, dear God.
Look.
That's the only time you ever get a tie where both teams take a loss.
Both teams take look. It's a tie, and both teams take a loss. I'll eat this. Listen. It doesn't matter who I pick in this game. Something goofy is going to happen. I'll eat this mid-soup burger. No, thank you. I don't want any part of it.
So basically, it don't matter.
It don't. I don't care. Give me a mulligan. Give me a mulligan on this one. If it's pinned as a loss, it's pinned as a loss. I don't care.
Droid.
Wow. Give me Chicago.
Okay. That's any reason why, or you just don't like Carolina in this one? Enough said. Vic, how we feel about this bowl of mid?
This is not even mid at this point. This is a trash fire in the middle of Hurricane Helene.
Oh, that's mess. That's mess, mate.
That's awesome.
One of the best lines of the week.
Here's the thing.
This is a trash fire in the middle of Hurricane Helene. I love it.
Here's the thing. Who are you really gonna trust? Now, I don't know if they're gonna bring back Bryce Young or they're gonna stick with Andy Dalton. That might be the deciding factor. I just don't see Carolina doing anything.
Y'all know how I feel about the Bears. They have now mortgaged and risked and doubled down their entire future for DJ Moore. That's why I'm taking the mulligan on that game.
I will pick Chicago. I will pick Chicago only because I do believe in DeAndre Swift. And I think, hopefully, after what happened last week, they will continue to run the football this week.
They better.
Ben, what you got besides a whole bunch of chuckles already?
Yeah, well, So here's the thing. Carolina reminds me of North Carolina, and I'm a Duke fan, so I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Carolina is in North Carolina too.
Chicago it is.
And you know what?
That's where
I
I'm
used
at.
to live in that area.
Can't do
My
it.
wife and I lived in that triangle area for 2 years. Right down Tobacco Road, okay?
Yeah.
I'm
finish it,
I'm
Shane.
taking Chicago. I don't trust Caleb Williams, but I got more trust in the run game, and frankly, Carolina is just a complete dumpster fire. So
The
screw
best
that.
player on
they're a
Carolina
bunch
right
of-
now is Eddie Pinero, the kicker.
The Panthers are a bunch of dumpster pelicans, in the immortal words of my sensei brother Drew Willingham.
Yes, indeed.
Next on the docket, your toss-up game of the week. Well, one of the two. Buffalo is favored by 1 as they travel to Houston. The over-under set at 49.5. Snowman, holla at me.
It goes overtime, and Stroud pulls it out.
Ooh.
Good.
Give me CJ Stroud and the Houston Texans. No further elaboration.
The Strouds will handle this. Yeah,
Why'd you say that so posh?
You know why? Because I
This
watch
is
a lot of Tom
Stroud.
Grossi.
We'll handle this.
You know what? This is
I watch a
folks,
lot
for
of
those
Tom
of you
Grossi.
for those of you watching on television, my pinky is in the. For those of you listening on radio, I beg your pardon. My pinky is in the air while I repeat Victor's words. The Strouds will handle this.
You know why? Because I watch a lot of Tom Grossi, and he does a lot of different characters from
Yes.
different fans, and he has like this cult leader character for the Texans because they believe so much in the Strouds.
Yes.
So they are not even they're called the Strouds.
Grossi is a maniac, and I love him.
Yes, but
Grossi
I mean,
is a maniac. I love it.
As much as the Bills have impressed me so far, I don't see them having the weapons to handle the Texans. So again,
Ben,
Strouds will
holla
handle
at me.
this.
Okay, well, here's another one. So I just made a new character in NBA 2K. That character is based around James Harden, who made his name in Houston. So I gotta go Houston. That's where I'm at. It makes sense to me.
You mentioned the devil's name around the snowman.
James Harden.
Charmin Harden right there.
We will not finish that sentence, no man. Let's move on.
And I
Where
got
it is.
Houston. It's going to be in overtime. I say it's going to be another walk-off like what we saw last night.
Okay.
Overtime.
Next on the hit list, Snowman, you're going to love this one. Indianapolis travels down to the land of AEW and Tony Khan, Jacksonville, Florida. Ironically, Jacksonville's favored by 3, and the over-under set at 46. Talk to me.
Let's see. Flacco, Taylor. Indy breaks the jinx in Jacksonville, and they win by 4.
Good.
Oh no, you're making me pick between Trevor Lawrence and Joe Flacco. You're making me pick between old man and young bull.
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence. Oh Lord, you have had a terrible year. I can't forget what he did to get to the playoffs. What he did against the Chargers. So I'm going to reluctantly take the Jags, but I won't be upset if Indy wins.
Okay, that's fair.
Vic?
Fair enough.
I chose last week. I got my tail kicked because I went against the Colts. In honor of Dr. K, I will not make that mistake again.
And she's still laughing at that apology.
Hey, can I change my answer?
I will not make that
Good.
same
If you want to
mistake.
change it, change it.
Give me Indy.
Fear of Dr. K works.
I will not make that same mistake again.
There's a clip
Give
for
me
you,
Indy.
Snowman. There's a clip for you. The fear of Dr. K works.
The power of Dr. K compelled us.
Yes. This
By the
show
way,
is going to be
Ben-
edited the absolute crap out of when we get done here, ladies and
By the way,
gentlemen.
Ben, for context, Dr. K is Brian's wife.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's my beautiful.
He is a Colts
That's
fan.
my beautiful Jody.
Copy
and
that.
I nicknamed her Dr. K. She's pursuing her doctorate right now. She's a longtime Colts fan. Everyone knows her by Dr. K because of me. So that's why all that happened.
Ben, give me your pick, brother. What you got?
I mean, here's the thing. Who am I to go against doctor's orders, really? So I got to go with the Colts, to be honest.
I'll clean sweep it because I do not want to make an apology Sunday night. Because frankly,
But here's the thing:
frankly,
if
even
the
Tony,
Jags win, we have to apologize to Jags fans.
Yes,
and I really don't want to apologize to Tony Khan and Kenny Omega.
And that's a game that I will have live on my channel beginning at 12:30 with the pregame show 105 for a kickoff.
The game I'm going to be keeping an eye on since I am the homer around here. Miami travels to New England. New England's favored by a point. The over-under is set at a measly 36.5. I know I got to be awake for it. Snowman, I know this is a bunch of mid about like anything else going on. Who do you got?
Anarchy. Next.
You're taking a mulligan on this one too?
I'll take a mulligan L on this one too. Because you don't have Tua. The Patriots don't know what the hell they're doing at quarterback. I mean, Jacoby Brisket, for God's sakes. Does that tell you anything?
Pretty much. Droid, what do you got?
Who?
Miami, New England. Yeah, I know. I know. No one gives a crap about this game. It's regional coverage.
What's their record?
They both suck. Shut up.
Miami's gonna miss the playoffs
Again. The playoffs. But for once in my life, I'll believe in Mayo. I'm not picking the Dolphins. I'm picking the New England Patriots.
Droid,
have you been drinking?
Vic, who you got?
This is a gimme game for New England. Or at least it should be.
So yeah. Keywords.
Like I said,
should be.
This is the walking wounded of the Dolphins. They have no idea what to do without Tua. So this should be a gimme game. This should be a layup for the New England Patriots. But they cannot play how they played against San Francisco.
No, they can't. They can't. Ben, talk to me.
Well, here's the thing. I've seen people miss layups before, and I think they will again. I think they will again. One of my look, here's the thing. One of my favorite movies of all time is Ace Ventura, and in that movie,
my brother,
they reference
the Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins.
Yes,
that's where I gotta go.
My brother, I grew up an Ace Ventura fan.
Yes,
I know where you're coming from.
I was in the theater the first day Ace Ventura came out.
Man,
I'm going to say this much: if New England loses this game, I'm throwing the season away.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'll take New England, but
Just
I throw
like
the
me.
season away.
Just like me.
Oh gosh. Next one.
4:05 slate kicks off with Arizona traveling to San Francisco. San Fran's favored by a clean 7. The over-under set at 49.5. Snowman, I already know where you're going with this.
49.5? Double 49.5.
49.5 for the over-under.
Oh, no.
Which means San Francisco may lay a 50 burger on Arizona. Believe in Brock. That's all I got to say. And I say Brock goes off for 300 and JP Mason goes off for $125. Give me Frisco and it's by double digits.
Good.
Oh my God! Why so many lopsided games in a week?
Because it's week 5. What do you
Because it's week
expect?
5, yes.
Yeah, this one does get
Our
lopsided.
best game was last night.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Here, week 5.
You're not wrong.
There's no lie with that statement.
I want to say, for the sake of my record, I say scoreless tie.
But you know it's not going to
better
happen.
than that.
You know it's not going to happen. What do you got?
You're really gonna make me pick between these two cans of garbage.
Well, you got a can of garbage and you got the monster truck running it over. Take your pick.
Now you're making me pick between Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison. Do I protect Marvin Harrison by picking the 49ers, or do I protect Kyler Murray by picking the Cardinals?
Take your pick.
The first one.
Yes.
I'll answer that for you. The first one.
I'm kidding. Give me San Francisco. By the way, Snowman will be on the call for that Sunday.
I will. Yep.
Sunday.
4:05, which
Yep.
means we're
As soon
probably
as we wrap
joining
up
it in progress.
Yep. Soon as we wrap up with Indy, we will switch to that game and join it in progress.
Vic, holla at me.
Well, I guess the 49ers are playing. Spoiler to Kyler Murray's chances of getting into phase. So I guess we'll have to go into cure.
Ben, talk to me.
Probably in his 9th game of Warzone.
Ben, talk to me here.
All right. So in my Twitch chat, I got somebody who's been around for a minute, and he's a mod. He's a really good person. And his name on Twitch is 49ers Media. And all I know is he's a good dude. So I'm going to go 49ers, which sounds like the right choice. So this is good.
And I'll make it a sweep with Call of Duty Murray end up playing his 6th game by halftime over in Warzone.
Yep.
And a bonus pick came in this morning from my Dr. K. You know the 2 games she's looking at and the way she's going.
Yep. Next on the list, the Las Vegas Raiders will take a trip to the Mile High City to visit the Denver Broncos. Denver's favored by 2.5, and the over-under is set at a measly 36.
Good.
No, man.
Good. What the hell is this game?
A bunch of mid-cracker soup.
And the second game I'm updating on Sunday.
I mean, who wrote this?
The
trolls in the NFL office.
This is a troll. I'll borrow Victor's phrase. This is a troll game.
Oh, yes, it is.
This is a troll game. But I can't pick the Raiders. Too much dysfunction. Oh, what am I talking about? There's dysfunction in Denver, too. What am I talking about? I'm not going to say a third mulligan. I already got 2 L's hanging on me right now because I took mulligans on those games. So, the entire heck with it. I know this is going to go left, but I will say Denver. Yikes.
Droid, who you got?
This is the game I am going to be updating on Sunday, and there's a good reason. AFC matchup, and it's between 2 teams with a similar record. But
No, who you picking?
Trust? But you got Gardner Minshew, the man that took the Colts to the playoffs. And then you got Mo Picks.
Mo Picks.
Mm-hmm. The answer is in the game itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick the logo with that color right there.
Okay.
He's taking Vegas.
He's taking Vegas. He's taking
Whatever
Vegas.
happens in Vegas.
Stay in Vegas.
It ain't in
It ain't
Vegas,
staying in
though. It's in
Vegas.
Denver.
Oh,
Vic, talk to me.
Am I really going to do this? Am I really going to pick the Broncos?
Are you?
Your call.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry. The Raiders are just a dysfunctional mess.
So are the Broncos.
Yeah, but
Dear
the Broncos
Raiders,
seem to have,
you should have kept Rich Bisaccia as your coach.
but the Broncos seem to have it a little more together, especially the past couple games they've had.
To be fair, they're also to be fair to the Raiders as well. They're still getting used to their new head coach.
Fair, but some of the fundamentals are not there.
You're not wrong. Ben, what you got for me?
Okay, well, now that I live in LA, we took a trip to Vegas at some point, just because for the first time. And I mean, it's all fun and games on the surface and stuff, but once you get in there, it's like, I don't know. I guess, sure. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'm Broncos.
Another one I'm
Frankie
riding
from
solo, and
Frankie
another
from-
one I hope to be right.
He says, I'm not convinced.
I'm looking at
love
this like
that.
I'm looking at this as there's more dysfunctionality with these 2 teams than there are with Al Bundy and the Simpsons. So I'm a fan of the Simpsons over Al Bundy. Give me Denver. Next
And you
on the
also
doc,
know the other reason why I can't pick Denver. Because the
they're
crest I wear on my chest.
yes, I see that.
I know.
That's fair.
Next,
You got to stay loyal to your
That's
opponent.
fair.
That's fair.
next game on the docket, you got the Giants heading to NFL purgatory up in Seattle, where ironically Seattle's favored by 6.5. The over/under is set at 43.5.
Damn.
What you got, Snowman?
Damn. You looking for some help? You looking for a little assist from New York, aren't you, Snowman?
Damn. I can't depend on him.
No, you can't.
I'm gonna hate this.
But
He's going to Seattle. He has no choice.
I'm out on that one. No, I can't do it.
Mulligan this one too.
I can't. Listen. You got Danny Derps leading the Giants. And you have Geno Smith leading the Squawks. What the hell am I supposed to do with that game?
To be fair, Geno has looked a lot better than Danny Derps.
I'll repeat my sentences. You have Danny Derps leading the Giants.
Correct.
And you got Geno Smith leading the Squawks.
Squawks!
So you're taking your third mulligan on this one?
No, I'm going to take a straight up loser on this game. I am doing this for the wrong reason. I'm doing this for the wrong reason, and I'm going to pick the Giants. I already prefaced. I'm doing it for the wrong reason.
Droid, talk to me. Well, he don't want to pick this game either.
He's like, this is mid. This is so mid. It's beneath me.
This is one of those games where I call a peasant game. One of those games that are so bad, you just let the peasants go in for free.
You're not
You
wrong.
know what? I got no complaint about that.
It's the same thing with Carolina, Chicago. Those are your two games that you let anybody in for free.
Yes, you're not wrong.
No,
if you think I'm picking Danny Jones, you got me messed up. All right, you gotta be crazy if you think me, Droid, is gonna pick Danny. Is gonna pick Danny Dimes.
Danny Derps.
I love Malik Neighbors. Okay, there's one player. There's two players I like: Brian Burns and Malik Neighbors. I love those two guys to death.
Agreed.
Brian Burns, when he was in Carolina, was literally the soul of that defense.
And
then Malik Neighbors has just been insane. So I have to, because if I don't, one of my favorite New Yorker friends is gonna come kill me.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
How do you think I feel, man?
So, Droid, that means you're trying to avoid getting your ass kicked.
Actually, I don't care. I don't care.
Then make your pick, brother.
I don't care if he hates me for saying this.
Say it anyway.
Give me Seattle.
Vic?
Yeah, like I said,
I'm
to be
fine.
fair-
I'm the lone wolf. I know I'm the lone wolf.
To be fair, like I said, Danny Derps is Danny Derps, and at least Geno Smith has looked a lot better than the Giants have. I'm going with Seattle on this one.
Ben, talk to me.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So I don't care. You're not the lone wolf. Okay. I'm thinking, wait, are they in Seattle or
They're in Seattle?
They are in Seattle.
Okay. Okay. Regardless, I think big news in the New York world in general. A lot of hype for the NBA season. I think the city themselves are a little bit hyped this week. I'm going with the Giants.
Oh wow.
I actually, after we get done with picks, I want to hear your opinion on the cat trade.
That's fine. We can talk about it.
Oh, you know what? I need to make up some ground here. Snowman, you and I are tied. We're chasing Vic down. I'm pulling an upset.
Hey, listen. I may have a bad record, but listen, I have a better college football record.
You and I are tied in college football.
You know what? I don't care about records either way. I'm just having fun doing this. Next one.
Green Bay favored by 3 as they head to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The over-under is set at 48.5.
Is Cooper Kupp still out?
Dear God.
I actually do have a question. Who is Kupp still out?
Yes.
More mid.
Actually, I don't think this is a mid game. I think this is a pretty entertaining game. Because you have two teams with their
Don't
stars
you
missing.
ever tell me that lie.
Listen. If Tampa Bay Atlanta can be entertaining, so can this one.
I don't see it.
Who do you got?
All right. Screw you, Matt Stafford. I'm going with Green Bay.
Good.
This is our boy Jordan Love's comeback week.
He was back
Jordan
last
Love
week.
coming back from injury. No,
he was
like
back
he
last
comes
week.
he lost last week.
Yeah, but still.
So I don't count it until he gets a win. I think this is his comeback week. He makes a good he makes his full recovery, and he takes the win here. Give me Green Bay.
Vic.
Also because Tom Grossi would kill me if I didn't.
Vic, talk to me.
Yeah, do I really want? Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go in Green Bay. I think this is gonna be Jordan Love's comeback, and the Rams. They vex me. They vex me.
Ben, talk to me.
So you may think, because I live in LA, that I would go with the Rams. However, when I moved here, I was told that's like, I don't know, like the safe, like people don't want
A safe
to
bet.
support, So I was told to be a Chargers fan instead. I know nothing. Chargers are also ass, I assume. Sorry, language.
I mean, you're not wrong, but
No lie.
But I think that's the more fun pick. So I'm gonna go with Green Bay based on rivalries.
I'm a sweep it. Jordan Love comes back and bangs out a 350-yard game. LA's going to wonder what they did themselves.
Yep.
Sunday night game of the week. Dallas ventures down to Pittsburgh, who's favored by 2.5.
Scoreless tie.
We are cutting the absolute crap out of this episode when we get off air, ladies and gentlemen.
Every time. I don't know why I don't see it coming.
No, man, give me something.
Pittsburgh in overtime. Don't ask. Don't freaking ask.
Right.
I'm just spitting it out.
It worked out last week.
Yes.
Picking Dallas worked out last week.
Okay.
But Vic kind of dug his own grave by praising Pittsburgh so much that I don't think he wants to pick Pittsburgh again. And neither do I. So I'm going to pick Dallas on this.
Oh, jeez.
Vic?
All right. This could be a continuation of my suffering as a Cowboys fan, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Hopefully, our defense can do something against that O-line of the Steelers and put Justin Fields back on the ground.
This
Otherwise,
is
we're
yet
gonna
another.
Exactly.
I believe. Hold on a minute. I believe they're looking for this.
This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation.
Ben, talk to me.
Switching gears a little bit here, I think. So Sidney Crosby is actually from my home area, province, whatever, and he plays for a lot of Pittsburgh over there. So I got to stay true to home. We're going Pittsburgh.
Dallas
And
is
you
giving
know
up
how much of a hockey
306.
guy I am, so I appreciate that one.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that either, but here we
Dallas
are.
is giving up 368 yards after the catch. They're also last in rushing defense. I'm sorry, Pittsburgh's putting them in the ground.
Mm.
Give me Pitt in the Sunday night game of the week. New Orleans makes the road trip
Monday.
to Kansas City, who's favored by 5.5. The over/under set at 43.5. Snowman, don't tell me what.
Next.
Let me.
You don't have to ask. Next.
But before I make my pick,
and I ain't picking New Orleans.
Let me tell you Ben's take on hockey. I DM'd him on Twitter back in December. I said, "How do I get your AWS into hockey?" He said, "Not happening."
Droid, we already know where you're going with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Vic?
Well, if the Chargers can't, no, never mind. Give me Kansas City.
Ben, talk to me.
You ain't got no sense, Vic.
I have zero connection to this game. Kansas City.
Sweep it. It's KC in a rock slide of a game.
I wouldn't say that. I'd never say that because then that's going to be the opposite of what happens.
Jinx.
An avalanche.
Those are the week 5 picks brought to you by BetUS. Don't forget to use code Snowman for 125% deposit match. Ladies and gentlemen, that's week 5. We're out of here. Ben, we appreciate you, my brother. We will do this again for sure.
Droid had a question for Ben in talking about Karl Anthony Towns and the trade to the Knicks. Let's hit that before we get out of here.
Sure, man. I think was it just like, what are my thoughts?
Yeah. What are your thoughts? Like, do you think this is a good trade for the Knicks, or do you think Minnesota got too much?
I think the Knicks just absolutely finessed Minnesota. I don't know. I think Julius Randle is an injury bug that he brings around. He might make other people injured somehow. I don't know, but I think if Julius Randle is healthy and can actually show up and actually has a good year, it's going to be interesting. I think this also helps them focus on Ant. I think Anthony Edwards is going to be able to blossom even more because Randall's not that guy that Karl Anthony Towns can be, but he's like, as a Toronto Raptors fan, Randall is more Pascal Siakam to Kawhi than you know what I mean? So I think he's a great second star if he's healthy. And I think that actually is going to make a lot of sense on their team, especially also with DiVincenzo in that trade somehow, which is kind of wild. But the Knicks are not playing around, man. This Knicks starting lineup is like Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, whoever they want at the 4, and
Karl Anthony Towns
is crazy. So they're doing something. I don't know what their bench looks like, but
thinner than a razor.
Yeah, but to be honest, Tibbs doesn't play his bench, so that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we found that out the hard way in Chicago.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so
he brings
that, shout out to Derrick Rose on a great career.
On a great 16-year career. He brings the sauce. That is Sauce DeVille joining us for the picks and a little bit extra. Thank you, sir, so very much. It was wonderful to have you. We hope to have you back.
100%. Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you. All right. What the hell happened here over the last 2 hours?
I want to.
That was awesome.
What time is it?
It's 10:03.
Oh man, that even given everything that's happened, that was one of the most fun shows we ever did.
That's true.
Especially with people, few of us keeping to fall asleep. Keep falling asleep.
Well, it's not my fault that the both prediction weeks have been nothing more than mid soup.
I mean,
if you want to know how to put a droid to sleep, just mention the Carolina Panthers.
the
This has been
Panthers and
Talk about
Bears.
Cam Newton. I'll fall asleep immediately.
This has
Same
been
here.
This is just a really bad week. I mean, I think like the first one. This is probably gonna be
I
the
think
last
Mike
game is
Green.
probably the best one.
I think Mike Greenberg said it best a long time ago. There are some dog games this week.
Yes, very.
Wait a damn minute. When the hell did Bobby Wagner get on the Commanders?
He did that before the season.
First I've heard of it, like being completely honest.
Yeah, he did that before the season.
But let's get out of here.
But this is the biggest bowl. This is some of the biggest bowls of mid soup, and we're talking college and pro that I've seen in a while.
Yeah, so far this season, these are the two biggest bowls of mid that we'll have.
Yeah.
And I mean, who wrote this? I mean, you really want to see
Goodell.
Yep.
And for some reason, the NCAA decided to troll us this
King
week.
Troll Goodell.
King Troll Goodell. Ain't that the truth?
And everyone's falling asleep over here because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what were the two games I took a mulligan on? Panthers Bears is one.
Panthers Bears.
New England, Miami.
New England, Miami.
Well, I know. So I know what my games.
All right,
will be
you
for the
know
sports
what?
Machine.
I'm gonna make a switch.
Okay, try me.
I'm gonna have bile in my mouth for about 10 seconds.
He's picking the Bears.
I will pick the Bears.
It is in Soldier Field, so that's a completely fair pick.
It's at Soldier Field, and
nobody will blame you.
Miami, New England.
I still can't pick either of those teams because after the way Miami looked last Monday night, it's either Skylar Thompson or it's either Huntley, which is one big bowl of mid.
Yep.
Or Jacoby Brisket, who is done. As long as you don't.
How do you think I feel over here?
Like I said, it should be a layup for New England because, like I said, without Tua, Miami has nothing. I'm sorry, Pistol.
All right, I'll take it. I'll go with New England. I'll go with New England. It should be a layup because the Dolphins don't have anything.
They really don't.
Not even Tyreek Hill. Okay. Now we're out of here. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. Have a great weekend and enjoy the games, everybody. We'll see you Monday.
Are we done trolling this season yet?
No.
Enjoy the games. Enjoy the weekend. We will see y'all on Monday.